Hello teachers, this video will show you how to set up your Seesaw classes for the school year. So the first thing you'll want to do is open up the Shakopee bookmarks and click on ClassLink Launchpad, and that will bring you to your ClassLink Launchpad that looks something like this. Remember to use your K-12 email address to sign in, and then I'm going to quickly favorite Seesaw, so that's located down here, and then open it up. You're going to notice a really new layout here in Seesaw. So along the left-hand side, you'll see that you have this home screen that looks just like this. You can explore the Seesaw libraries. You can look at your own library of activities here and get to the messages screen right here. And then it's going to show you all of your classes along the left. You can also click this button to hide that navigation and condense it a little bit more. And then you can use the big green plus up here to add posts to your journals, assign an activity, or create an activity. So you have those buttons there, and there's also a preview of things that are new to Seesaw. So you can go down here and find some ready-made activities and search for them if you would like. See your classes, and then they also have some teacher resources here on this homepage that you can view. I'm going to set up my class here. Your class is likely titled something like AMA attendance and then some numbers. We're going to click on the settings wrench here and do a little customization. So the first thing we need to do is change our class name to be a more appropriate name. If you are a classroom teacher, we want you to leave that asterisk in the front of your class name, then simply type your teacher name and the school year. And that's all you need to do for editing your class name. If you are a specialist teacher, you will want to include the name of the teacher whose class is in front of you as well, and do not include an asterisk. Again, that's if you are a specialist teacher. Next, I'm going to point just a couple more things out. You can go to grade level here and switch it to the appropriate grade level. If you are a specialist, we ask that you scroll down and click Other for your classes so that it's easier for us to separate those out when we're sending out messages to the school. A couple other settings we mentioned last school year that you have the ability to customize for your class. You can turn on student likes and comments. If you want students to be able to see each other's work, you can turn that on. Then they can like or comment on each other's work. You will likely want to approve new items, so I would leave that checked. And then you can also choose to include family likes, comments, and sharing. Our next step is to click on where it says Manage Teachers. One thing we are going to need to do differently this year compared to previous years is that teachers were adding co-teachers to classes, first of all, using their @shakopeeschools.org account, which does not work. But also, we're going to ask that you submit a help desk ticket if you do need a co-teacher. While we realize you've been using co-teachers in the past probably fairly frequently, we want to make sure that the correct people have access to your classes and that we can also add them into Infinite Campus as a co-teacher if necessary, because our syncing process removes any manually added co-teachers. So again, if you want to add a co-teacher, please submit a help desk ticket and we will be sure to help you out. And finally, one of the most important steps of setting up your Seesaw classroom is making sure that all of your families are connected. So what you do is go into your class settings, scroll down to where it says Families, click on Invite Families, and what you will see is all of the students' names and whether or not they already have a family member that has accepted the invite. If you want to invite them, you can either print the invite sheets or share a link directly to family members using emails or phone numbers. And that's all you need to do to get your Seesaw class ready to go for the school year.